What's up, guys? Today I am going to show you how to leather wrap a wood handle. Why? I don't know. It looks cool. I had some leather. Let's go. Today I am going to attempt to make a leather wrap around this wood shaft in lieu of tape. Should look something like this when I'm done. Okay, so I've never tried this before. I got the idea because I found this leather, I don't know what you call it, string? Strap? It's really narrow, it's like 1/8 of an inch, and it's not very strong. I bought it initially to do like top shooters, which you probably could, but I don't know, its strength and its stretch, it just seems like it'd be a inadequate material to use for that. So then I thought, well, I'll just make a handle wrap like they do on knives and like axes and stuff. I didn't really know how to do it. I was going to put it on a metal shaft, and then I realized, wait, this would be really cool on a wood shaft. It'd be kind of like a rustic feel, sort of old world. And you know, if you set up a stick for your dad or your mom or uncle or grandpa or whatever, like for a present, I think it'd be pretty cool to have a wood shaft with a leather wrap somewhere, you know, up top if he's a face-off guy, down here for whatever else. I don't know how the grip is going to be, but I can't imagine it will be better than tape, so it's probably not totally functional. It's just going to be kind of cool. You know, sort of a novelty, but sort of, I don't know, kind of neat looking. Maybe. It might look really stupid. I've never tried it before. So I'm going to go shoot this in the backyard where it is not quite so hot, and we'll see how it goes. To start this, I made about an inch and a half long tail and aimed it down toward the end where I would finish the wrap. You can start from either end, from the bottom up or the top down. I decided to work my way down toward the butt end. The leather cord that I used is 3mm faux leather cord, so it's actually not real leather. The problem with real leather at 3mm is that it's hard to get lengths that are long enough for a project like this. So it takes about 3.5 inches of material to wrap the shaft one time. So that's kind of how you can measure how much you need. This material I was using was very thin, so you had to make sure not to get it twisted, or it wanted to stand up on its side sometimes, so you just kind of take care in wrapping it, and every wrap has to be tight, has to be pushed up to the previous one, and I'd say every 3 I pushed it up with my thumbs just to make sure there were no gaps. So you want to check how far your butt end is. You don't want to go below the butt end, or maybe just a little bit. If you go down too far, the butt end will have to go over the leather. Plan it correctly so you get the butt end to butt right up against the leather. That's good. So to finish it off, what you'll need is, I used a piece of cross lace. Because this leather I used is very narrow, cross lace was the best bet. If you're using thicker leather, you can use sidewall string or paracord. So what I did is I made a loop and then wrapped it around like 4 or 5 times, and then took the end of the leather through that loop, and then what you do is you just pull on the ends of the cross lace and it tugs that end of leather underneath those final few wraps, locking them into place. And just use your thumb to kind of clean it up, balance it out, and snip that tail, pop on your butt end, and you're done. Alright guys, so there it is. It came out very cool. Not a bad little summer project. Kind of reminded me of summer camp. You know, get a wood shaft. There's a bunch out there. Just the ones I can think of off the top of my head. Ripwood, Blackfeet, Lumberlax. I mean, there's a bunch, you know. But when I finished it off, I put a dab of, you guys might have seen in the video, I put a dab of hot glue right there on the little tail. I probably shouldn't have used hot glue because it's ugly. Crazy glue would have worked better. But what's cool is that I went a little bit past where the butt end meets the leather. I wrapped the leather a little bit lower than that, and then so when I pushed the butt end on, it kind of mushed the leather up a little bit, so it kind of tightened everything up. So even if that tail were to slip, it doesn't have anywhere to go. You know, and it might take a piece of tape around there to, if the butt end's not on securely, You may have to tape it, which also will take away from the look a little bit, but one piece of white tape around there, around that butt end leather seam, will cover that tail and lock it in even more. A little dab of crazy glue up here might not be a bad idea. Pretty cool look. This is really thin, so it was painful wrapping it all the way down. I think this is like 1/8 of an inch. If you used, maybe, no, it's less than 1/8 of an inch. I don't know. It's small, thin. So maybe twice this thickness would shorten the project by half. You could even go like 1/2 inch and overlap it. That might look cool. But anyway, I really like the way it came out. Looks good on this shaft. Just got to figure out what head to put on it. Feels good too. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next video.